Your Excellencies, distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it's my great pleasure to speak to you here today. I'm especially glad that our focus is not on the anxieties of the world or on geopolitics, but on technology and innovation, and on how we can make them work better for people and for society. I'm also very pleased to be here in the United Arab Emirates, a country that, much like our own, has shown over the past 30 or 40 years that can be achieved with vision, energy, and determination. Your experience proves that rapid progress and development are possible. Technology and the smart, forward-looking use of it has played a crucial role in that journey. At the same time, we should not allow success to blind us. We cannot afford to rest on our own laurels. Instead, we must look to the future with ambition, albeit an ambition tempered by humility. In my remarks, I would like to dwell on Estonia's story of digitalization, how the opening up of the world and our regained freedom made it possible for our small nation to grow and prosper with a very short space of time. Thank you for giving me that opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, Estonia is often described as being at the forefront of digital governance and of establishing a vibrant startup ecosystem. Today, 100% of our government services are online, allowing citizens and businesses to interact with the state securely, transparently, and at any time. Digital identities are used daily. Prescriptions are issued electronically, taxes are declared online, and data moves seamlessly and securely across institutions. An instrument part of this has been the X-Road, a secure, decentralized data exchange layer connecting more than 3,000 public and private databases. 30 years ago, Estonia had none of advantages usually associated with technology leadership. What we did have was a strategic choice to invest in people, to trust in innovation, and to design governance for continuous change. And today, Estonia is not just a digital state, but a deliberately designed governance laboratory in which education, innovation, democracy, and AI are evolving together as one system. One of the deepest sources of Estonia's digital success lies in education. Our digital journey began not in ministries, but in schools. In the 1990s, Estonia launched the Tiger Leap program, which equipped all schools with computers and internet access and trained teachers in digital skills. This generation is now leading Estonian startup system, driving innovation and shaping our digital public sector. Today, we are taking a similar strategic step in our era of AI. Through the AI Leap, we are embedding AI-supported learning across the entire educational system. The focus is not on using AI more, but using it more wisely. Students and teachers nationwide have received access to advanced AI tools supporting by training, not to teach AI for its own sake, but to support the better learning in every subject. We are taking this AI opportunity to rethink the essence of education and the skills we need to offer our young people in today's world. Specially developed education tools help students develop independent and critical thinking, deep understanding, and the necessary digital competences. Teachers use AI both to simplify their work and to develop more effective teaching methods. By equipping citizens with AI literacy, critical thinking, and creativity, we strengthen both our innovation ecosystem and our open society. The second cornerstone of Estonia's success has been public-private partnership, closely intertwined with trust. From the very beginning, we have designed digital governance as a collaborative project with the private sector. Our national digital ID system, for example, was developed with private companies, including banks, which helped establish trust and accelerate its adoption. This approach allows citizens to experience immediate value, building the sort of confidence that later enabled the expansion of digital public services. That partnership model has shaped our entire innovation ecosystem. Digital transformation can only succeed if it strengthens trust. In Estonia, transparency is built into governance by design. Firstly, we have introduced the one only principle. Citizens provide the data just once, and government agencies reuse it securely. Secondly, Estonia implemented a data tracker wherein every citizen can see which official has accessed which of the records when and why. Thirdly, Estonia is very open about sharing information regarding cyber incidents, vulnerabilities, and potential threats. The Estonian Information System Authority published daily, monthly, and yearly overviews of the situation in cyberspace. This open and transparent way of communicating and sharing information is good faith, has helped to create trust between public and private sector entities. This openness reinforces confidence, accountability, and democratic legitimacy. Today, government acts as a platform for information, offering secure infrastructure, regularly clear and real-life testing environments. Startups and technology companies co-create solutions directly within public systems in education, healthcare, taxation, business services, and cybersecurity. As a result, Estonia has become one of the world's most dynamic startup ecosystems. More importantly, innovation is embedded in how governance itself evolves. Estonian advantages lies in having built digital solutions horizontally across government. This allows us to seamlessly embed the new technologies, including AI, across institutions. We are now moving from a digital government towards intelligent governance, where public services become proactive, personalized, and based on live events. AI enables the state to anticipate needs, reduce administrative burden, and focus on outcomes rather than procedures. Families receive support automatically when a child is born. Entrepreneurs are guided through the business life cycle, and social services intervene earlier to prevent vulnerability. Our ambition is to make public services intuitive, invisible, and supportive, allowing citizens to focus on their lives rather than on bureaucracy. This brings me to a central ambition of Estonia's digital strategy. Estonia is building itself up as a safe and trusted testing ground for AI-enabled governance, a sandbox in which new models of digital statehood can be developed, validated, and responsibly scaled globally. Our size, digital maturity, and innovation culture allows us to test solutions quickly, refine them responsibly, and share them openly. In our sandbox, we are developing agent-based public services, live event governance, and AI-supported policy making, always anchored in transparency, ethics, and human-centric design. The same logic guides Estonia's Eesti AI initiative, faced with demographic pressure and accelerating global competition. We cannot rely on scale alone. We must rely on intelligence, both human and artificial, working together. Eesti AI is designed to apply AI systematically across government and the economy so as to boost productivity, improve services, and support higher value work. It is not about replacing people, but about empowering them and ensuring that Estonia remains resilient and competitive despite structural constraints. Estonia views digital space as our shared global domain. No country and no community should be left behind in a digital transformation. That is why we actively support international cooperation through initiatives such as COSAC, the Global Forum, or Cyber Expertise, EU CyberNet, and UN frameworks. Our aim is to help countries build secure, inclusive, and interoperable digital public infrastructure. Our digital footprint has reached some 150 countries. Ladies and gentlemen, in today's geopolitical environment, digital systems are no longer mere infrastructure. They are strategic assets and targets. Russia's aggression against Ukraine has clearly shown that cyberspace is now a front line of conflict. For Estonia, this means embedding cybersecurity, resilience, and legal accountability into every digital and AI project from the very beginning. Security is not a constraint on innovation. It is our foundation of trust and long-term sustainability. Estonia has already demonstrated this practice by publicly in identifying malicious cyber operations, reinforcing accountability and the application of international law in cyberspace. We have all witnessed rising tension and manifestations of brutality around the world. We must take care to ensure that AI is not affected by these developments, that it rightly understands what is good and bad, what is right and wrong. AI should understand and interpret the principles embedded in the UN Charter: territorial integrity, sovereignty, peaceful settlement of disputes, the right to self-defense, human rights and dignity, international law, the same way that the founding fathers understood it and member states understand it today. Otherwise, we might end up in a situation where false justification and explanations and malicious interpretations earn a sneaking victory and become perfectly reasonable to the masses. This should not happen, and indeed should be avoided. This is a righteous and extremely important task for us. Steps to that end have already been taken by the United Nations. At the end of the year, the General Assembly established a global dialogue on AI governance, which provides an inclusive platform within the UN for states and stakeholders to discuss critical AI issues facing humanity today. Estonia is honored to have been nominated together with El Salvador to co-facilitate this process, and I assure you that we will do so with great dedication. Ladies and gentlemen, Estonia's ambition is not simply to run faster in the digital race, but to design better governance for the AI era. By serving as a trusted testing ground, by placing education and innovation at the heart of transformation, and by anchoring technology in democratic values and international law, we seek to contribute not just solutions, but directions. Estonia's experience has taught us that limitations can be an advantage, provided we are willing to think differently and act boldly. This is how even small countries, but also larger ones, can help shape a more open, secure, and human-centric digital future by working with partners around the world, including the United Arab Emirates. Thank you very much for your attention.